Hey, what's up everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today I'm going to be unboxing the Transformers Shatterglass Starscream. So here he is in packaging, and I think he looks very, very cool. Before we open him up, let's take a look at the other sides of the packaging, and then of course we'll open him up and take a look at all the details. So here we have Shatterglass, we have a shattered Decepticon symbol, we have Starscream, the picture and the name of course, and we have a nice product little window of the character of course, or the figure. And here we have a nice shot of him on the side with the null rays looking very, very nice, and again with that name Starscream at the bottom. And on the back we have another shot of him in his robot mode and Tetrajet mode. He transforms into 22 steps. Of course, this figure is pretty much just a direct repaint of the original Siege Starscream mold, just of course new added accessories and a brand new paint scheme. And there is a brief little bio which I can read for you. It's in several different languages. So it says Starscream is a brilliant Decepticon scientist, currently invents new weapons with the hope of one day bringing a peace and an end to the war. So that's very, very nice. Again, this is a heroic Decepticon Starscream, so that's very, very cool to have an evil one and a heroic one. So that's pretty much it for the packaging. So I'm just going to quickly take him out of the plastic clamshell, and then we'll quickly take a look at all the details. Transformers Shatterglass Starscream out of packaging, and I think he looks really, really cool. Let's just go over the accessories, of course, a little bit of the details, and now of course I'll show the instructions and the comic book, and that will be pretty much it for this unboxing video. And of course I will have a review soon, so make sure you stay tuned for that, with a lot of comparisons with the previous Siege Seeker molds and of course the Shatterglass collection. So of course we have the typical null rays that comes with two, of course, and you can just put them on the arms. I'll show that in just a second, but I think they are the exact same sculpt as the Siege one, just done in whites. But of course you can just plug them in his hands or right there. I typically just plug them on the shoulder. That's typically where I think they belong. I think that looks very G1-esque, but also kind of modern style look. I think that looks pretty good. And you just kind of screw those in there. I think that looks pretty good. And of course we have this brand new accessory, which I think just takes it over the top. This is probably one of the main reasons why I got this figure, of course, to complete the collection of Shatterglass Wave 1, but also for this sword. I really do like swords. Whenever Hasbro does them, they do them very, very good, and I think this is really cool. Me personally, I would have liked it just to be one sword, but you can split it into two. That is cool, but personally me, if I were to choose, I would just kind of have them just keep it to one piece and not separate, but I think that's still pretty cool how you can have them dual wield two swords. I think that's really cool. I would be pretty careful with this because this is very thin plastic. I wouldn't be too concerned with breakage, but I still would be a little bit delicate with it. But I think that looks really cool. So of course you can get his hand and use that peg, and of course you can have him wield this really cool sword, and I think that looks really, really cool. I think they definitely remedied the Transformers Shatterglass, or no, Siege Jetfire, because with the Siege Jetfire, of course, in the show, if you watched it, he had a really cool blue blade, and they did not give it to him with the figure, so that's a real shame. I really don't know why they didn't do that. This definitely remedies that, so honestly, if you wanted to just take this sword and give it to Siege or Shatterglass Jetfire, you could. Most likely, I'm just going to keep it with him, but still, that's an option if you want to. Also, this figure really is a lot based off of the Siege Jetfire color scheme. Of course, it's completely white. There's a little bit of red and blue here and there, so I really do like how they kind of base that off that color scheme. One wish or kind of want which would have really taken this figure over the top is if it came with a really cool battle mask, kind of like the Siege Jetfire did. I think that would have been really cool if you could just kind of clip it onto his face. Or I really wouldn't have cared about this. I know this could have bothered some people if just the head sculpt was the mask itself and you couldn't remove it. I would personally be okay with that. It would get a new head sculpt rather than just the Siege one. It would be new and refreshing, and it'd be really cool. Of course, some people would be bothered by that because they would like to see the actual face, but honestly, me personally, I would have been okay with that. So overall, this figure looks really cool. Really like these this blue sword, and of course the typical null rays. Of course, I'm going to have a review very, very soon with lots of comparisons. Let me know what you think of this figure in the comments below. But yeah, this figure just looks so cool. It is a repaint, no remolding pieces. Of course, there is a slight difference in the face. It's more of a frowning rather than the other one from Siege, but overall, it's very, very similar. So before we end the video, I do want to show the instructions and the comic book, and that will be it. So here we have the instructions. Very, very nice. The typical Shatterglass style packaging or artwork, whatever you want to say. And of course we have the very, very cool comic book. So I'm just going to Move out like that. That looks very, very nice. He's flying, of course, and there's a bunch of shattered shards everywhere. Of course, we have Transformers Shatter Glass, so that'll look really, really cool on the wall. I've actually displayed the other 4 on this certain area of the collection, and I will, of course, hang that one there as well, and I will show that in a video upcoming. Probably I will do a collection video soon, so make sure you stay tuned for that as well, or I might just do a small video just showing the Shatter Glass figures, and of course the Shatter Glass comic books. Not too sure how I'm going to do that. But yeah, also let me know how it looks in the area right now. I hope it's not completely blurred out, because this figure is really, really white, and my background's white, so let me know, can you see these details very, very well, or should I, put something black or a different color in the background so you can see this figure better? From my view of the screen of the camera, it looks fine, but of course that could be completely different from your view, so please do let me know, how does it look right now, because this is how it will be. If it looks good, this is how it will be for the review. So again, thanks for watching, and I hope you enjoyed this video. Let me know what you think of this figure in the comment section below, and I'll see you.